All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today, I'm talking about, do I have any regrets buying my Rolex off of the gray market? Well, you want to know what I think about it? Hold tight. All right, guys, welcome back to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews. Today, I'm talking about, do I have any regrets buying my Rolex Oyster Perpetual off of the gray market? Now, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I'll give you a little backstory on who I bought this from and how much I paid for it. So, back in November of 2021, I bought my Rolex Oyster Perpetual from the Watchbox. Now, a little history on the Watchbox. At the beginning of this year, they merged with Radcliffe, Hyde Park, and Govberg Jewelers to form the 1916 company. And they are CPO, certified pre-owned only now. So if you go over there, you're going to see these Rolexes running a lot more because CPO Rolexes are quite a bit more expensive. Just want to let you know that's the history of the Watchbox. They are now 1916 company. Now, when my Rolex came in, it still had factory stickers on it, hang tag. It was listed as pre-owned, but it had never been sized, and there was no evidence anyone had ever worn this watch. So, buying off of the gray market, the first thing that comes to your mind is value. Obviously, you're not getting a deal. You're going to be paying a premium. So this watch sells right now, retail from Rolex, $6,100, and I paid $8,300. That's a 36% markup. Obviously, I knew that when I was buying it, what the markup was going to be. So after 2.5 years, how much is this watch selling for? Well, I can't really go over to the Watchbox because the CPO pricing is through the roof. So I went over to Bob's. Bob's has this exact same model, the 126000, black dial, 36 millimeter, Oyster Perpetual, box and papers. They got it for $8,535, or you can do a cash wire price of $8,295. Actually, I could have gotten this cheaper if I would have done the cash wire price at the Watchbox, but I decided to use my American Express to get the points. So obviously, sites like Bob's, Watchbox, they're going to be a little more expensive because you are paying for their credibility. Especially Bob's, which is in Newport Beach, California. You're paying for their expertise, which they have earned. They've got a lot of more skin in the game that they want to make sure that they're selling legit watches. So yes, this versus eBay, obviously Bob's is going to be a little more expensive than eBay. Even though eBay does have authenticity guarantee, Bob's is going to be a little bit higher. That's just what you're going to pay for. It's a trusted watch dealer. Anyway, now if I was to sell this Rolex today, and I'd probably have to sell it on my own through Chrono24 or eBay, I would still lose about $1,200 to $1,500 what I'm factoring based on this model closing sales on eBay. So what I want to caution you about when you're buying from the gray market is this is not a short-term purchase because you're going to be underwater for a while. This is going to be for the long term. Obviously, I plan to keep this watch the rest of my life, so I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. But I'm just putting that out there that if you do see the watch you want, you're like, I want this GMT Master 2, I'm going to go get it. Just realize you are going to be underwater for a while, and you need to expect that. I knew that going in, so I really don't have an issue with the value that the watch has right now, getting it from the gray market dealer. Another point is availability. When I was looking at this watch, both Bob's and the Watchbox had it the same day that I was shopping. They both had the watch that I wanted, so I didn't have to sit and wait for an AD to call me and put me on a wait list. Back then, there was no wait list. And I'm going to compare that to something. This is a video I also did. I am currently on 2 wait lists at 2 different ADs in 2 different cities for a 36 millimeter Explorer, and it's almost been a year. For a 36 millimeter Explorer, nothing special, and it's almost been a year, neither AD has called me. So if I would have gone on a wait list, which I couldn't even gotten on back in November of 2021, How long would I wait to get the watch that I wanted? Secondly, I didn't have to do the whole pay-to-play thing with the AD. Hey, buy some jewelry, buy an Oris, buy this Breitling, do something so you will allow me to purchase a Rolex from your jewelry store. I didn't even do that. So you think about establishing this relationship with the AD, you're probably going to wind up spending the money that you're basically spending on the markup buying it from the gray market. So the other thing is you don't have to settle. So as watch collectors, we're not the most patient people. And I had set aside 10 grand. That was my budget for my watch. I set aside $10,000. And imagine if I'm sitting there on a wait list for a year, for 2 years, and I see a Tudor, a Zenith, a Breitling, something else that I kind of like. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just take some of that money and get that, but I'm really not that happy with it. The good thing about the gray market is that you're able to get the watch that you want, that you've been wanting, and not have to settle for something that you're going to be disappointed in. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, is I could pull the trigger, get the watch that I wanted, had always wanted. The pain of the 36% markup is long gone, and I've got the watch that I've wanted, and I get to continue to wear it. And today, when I look at this watch with its nicks and scratches all over it, I sit there and think about all the stuff that I've done with it, all the places I've been with it, and I'm grateful that I didn't wait and that I chose to go ahead and get the watch that I wanted when I wanted it, and I've been able to experience it. I know it's only been 2.5 years, but that was probably my biggest selling point in going to the gray market. One other thing that I want to put out there, especially when it comes to the gray market, is you are purchasing the seller probably more than you're buying the watch. The seller is key. So I don't put that out there lightly to buy from the gray market. Obviously, if you can get from the AD, that is ideal. But really do your due diligence when you're looking at online dealers. Bob's doesn't sponsor me. I've never bought anything from Bob's. I bought this from the Watchbox, and they're not really even selling it anymore unless you're going to buy a CPO, certified pre-owned. So Bob's, I have nothing to do with them. I've never even been in their store, but they are respected. So just do your homework before you do go buy from a gray market dealer or a pre-owned dealer, that you're getting it from someone that you can respect and make sure that the watch is legit. But bottom line, do I regret buying from the gray market? Not at all. I would do it again. I would pay the premium because, again, it was for the long term. This wasn't for the short term. I was extremely happy with my purchase and the way things went. And I trusted the Watchbox at the time. I'd done my homework on them as well. So tell me, do you have an experience where you bought from a gray market dealer and you regret it? You wish you wouldn't have done it? Leave it in the comments below, guys. And as always, I appreciate you tuning in to Cold Pizza Watch Reviews.